from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of this nightmare. But when I stopped to see through sight, begging for help, begging for hope, just need to open my eyes now to try to change them to sunshine, to be someone among others. I've got to try. If I bleed tonight,
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, welcome, folks. We're here tonight for A&J Custom Creations Hometown Heroes here. We're getting set to get these guys a little dirty on the track as they're storming around on practice. And right now, we're going to head off into our SBGC 3D printing pre-race show. If you've not checked out SBGC3D.com, check those guys out. Tom Taylor does an outstanding job with a lot of 3D work. And if you're looking for some 3D stuff, hey, go for it. Check him out, like I said, SBGC3D.com. Well, Nick, I tell you what, you were just talking about the points, the iRacing League Manager points, and as far as that goes, it is tight up top for the 305s.
Yes, it is. It is. So right now, Randy Shreves is at 586. I am at 586 as well, so we're actually tied for the points, and then Blake Chapman is not far behind with 538. And as I told you earlier, he's got one less race, so he's going to reap the benefits of one of the drop weeks where me and Randy Shreves are both going to lose one of those weeks. So it's definitely really, really tight. At least somebody does.
Hey, man. Well, you're past champ here in the 305 stuff, so you know how to get around this track. Eldor is starting to really grow. And now, folks, obviously, with Thanksgiving's next week, I know a lot of this is more of a Canadian-based style league, but there are a lot of American drivers in here. And I know it's American holiday, so to speak. So we'll go ahead and give a shout-out that there is a hometown hero next week, but I won't be here. I mean, due to the holiday, and I know, obviously, next Thursday we're off, too, so being Thanksgiving. But, so that will lead us into, I'll have to maybe get confirmation from someone on how the points, because my understanding it would be tonight and then the last race, but it could be still tonight, another race for the hometown, and then basically 3 races counting tonight, 2 after tonight. Either way it goes, like you said, it's going to be close, and you're going to have to get everything you can in these last several races here to close out this season. As we move it over to the Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session. If you not checked out Preston Cranmer, Roger Craig, check them out on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. There, as always, they have some great guests and talk about the league and what's happening. So check those guys out. We're getting set to gear us up here. Qualifying. Yes, Nick is going to be racing in this one. And y'all watch the sights and sounds of some of these cars going around right now. Now tonight we've got the 305s, the 360, and then the UMP mods are going to be coming out for the latter part here. So it ought to be interesting. Like Nick is laying down a time right now. Got his bad, fast yellow machine, Mr. Homicide himself out here, and out here looking to try to kill the competition.
And I'm actually done, Joe. So if you're ready,
right.
I am ready.
Well,
as
we're
well.
going to hand it off here to old Nick Vick, 305 past champ, and he's going to give us an idea what we're going to look for and some tech stuff on the track here tonight at Eldora.
All right, so we talk about it week in and week out, and especially in the 305s, you're going to see a lot of guys running the bottom, and then as the night progresses, you'll see them running up towards the top. Some kind of some key points on the track or hot spots that you want to try to avoid is when you're trying to run the bottom, you don't want to enter too low, because if you do, you can clip this wall right here for the pit exit, and if you do, it'll send you up the racetrack in front of other cars more than likely, because especially in 305s, it breeds really, really tight racing. And really another key point is this back wall. As you see guys running up the track, they're trying to use all the track they can get, but right here at the word Eldora, it actually it jets out a little bit, so if you're not careful trying to get in on that top line, you can actually catch that wall, and it messes up your entire corner and kills all your momentum. But since the updates, they've given the 305 more power, and they've changed the track state a little bit. It should breed some good racing. The past couple of weeks we've seen really, really tight, close racing with a lot of respect. So hopefully we'll see the same thing tonight.
All right, pulls us over to heat race number 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. That's right, 37 years of 360 wing sprint action. Check those guys out because they've got a lot of drivers from the Northeast U.S. to Canada at EmpireSupersprints.com and on Facebook and Twitter. As out front, we got Nick Victory going to start in this one. G.J. Boydell there in second. Jeffrey Barker third. Jeff Flero in the fourth. Brian Moore Jr. fifth. Stephen Bixler sixth. Jim Bowie. I hope I said his last name right, in seventh. And I think Nathan might be doing some admin tonight.
So I see at the top of the screen that Brian Moore Jr. actually disconnected due to incoming packet loss. So,
oh, man.
We talk about that week in and week out, how sometimes things happen that are just out of your control. So I really hate to see that for him, because he was supposed to start fifth on the grid here. So,
man, wow. Okay, get set. Green flag here. Heat race number 1. Let me know who your favorite drivers are out there here. That's right. A&J Custom Creations 305s here tonight for the hometown hero. Hoorays Coast to Coast Racing League here. Boys are gridding them up. About to shotgun these things out to start. Captain Homicide himself up top, along with G.J. Boydell. We got Jeff Valero, Barker, Bixler, Bowie. Reminds me of that rap song, Bow or something. I don't know. It was back in the day. I don't remember. Green flag, we're racing. Remember, top 4 go instantly to the feature. So right there's the hot spot. Jeff Valero, he's in it. But it's a battle on for third place. Meanwhile, Vic's out front. Look at this duel. Door to door, to the south, to style. Coming out of turn. It's still Valero down low. He's trying for second place. He says, you know what? Third ain't enough for me. I want it all. All or nothing. Meanwhile, Bixler outside looking in 5th. He would love to get up there to that 4th place spot. Early on, looks like the low line's working pretty good, but the middle is where it needs to be right now. A lot of guys working coming off the turn, pretty solid. And you got Flero. He is driving down on that bottom end. Old Vic out front still leading it. And here comes old Boydell. Actually Barker and Boydell. Barker moves it up in the 3rd. Flero there in the 2nd. Boydell back in the 4th place spot, so the Flero got enough to hook on the back push bar there and that tail tank of Nick and reel him in. Like he's out there fishing. He's going to give him a big bass. Problem is, he's probably going to get a whole full side of a homicide if you don't watch it. Down low 1. Vic's hanging on to that middle line right now. It's working pretty good. Usually we see early on the low line. There he goes down to the low line. The low line works. And later on in the race, kind of the high line comes in, folks. So something to keep in mind is Nick's got the white flag. Flero's there. Barker sitting in 3rd. Boydell in 4th. Coming around, final time. Who's he going to be? Vic's going to take it. Flero 2nd, Barker 3rd, Boydell in 4th. Good heat race here as we move it over to heat race number 2. That's right, Super Dirt Car Series, the premier big block horse-powered series. And I'm going to tell you, if you're looking for some guys that like ground-pounding, earth-shattering sound, check no further than the Super Dirt Car Series. As we got Chris Schaefer out front, Brian Moore Sr. there in 2nd, Joe Canellis in 3rd, Blake Chapman in 4th, Gary Taylor 5th, John Rayner 6th, and Roger Clegg there in 7th.
Yeah, you know, Joe, we talked about the points here tonight. So Blake Chapman's in this heat race, and it looks like Randy Shreves is going to be in the 3rd heat race. So it's not like we had it last week. I think last week the top 4 in points were top 4 in one of the heat races. So
I'd track field.
You know, this week, this week everybody split up. So no points battles in heat races, I guess. But you know, obviously finishing strong in a heat race is really important for how you start in the feature. And we've seen here in the 305s, you know, it's decently hard to pass. So the further forward you can start, the better off you'll typically be.
Well, you look good in that heat race there. Did you learn anything? You look like you were taking the middle lane. Normally a lot of guys take that low line early on.
Yeah, you know, in 1 and 2, the bottom line felt good. In 3 and 4, starting to get a little slick down there. So one lap, I tried the middle there in 3 and 4 and noticed in the relative timing that the guy behind me was catching me pretty good coming into the corner, and I didn't pull on him coming off. So I went back to the bottom and just tried to hold on as long as I could.
I think it's going to be like typical later on. The high line's going to come in.
Yeah, I think you'll see guys running the middle, but, you know, the past 2 or 3 weeks since they made that last update, the bottom's been fast. You know, Lane Snook and Blake Chapman have both made the bottom work really good the past couple weeks.
Outstanding. Whoa, here we go. Heat race 2 here tonight. Green flag, Super Dirt Car Series, heat race 2. Schaefer and company. Remember, top 4 again go instantly to the feature. You got Canellis and Chapman battling for that spot. Taylor, Rayner, and company on the outside looking in, but they are 2 by 2 back there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a tight race here in the top 3. You know, like I said, in 305, these guys race really, really close against each other, and most of the time, you know, it's really clean racing. So we'll have to see as Chapman pulls to the inside of Brian Moore there in 3 and 4.
Good race side by side. Got to ask, you know, normally I talk about plate track racing on the NASCAR side of stuff. You're locked up side by side, inches upon inches. Those guys running like 180, 190 mile an hour. How frustrating is it for a driver like here with Moore Sr. or Chapman, lap after lap, you're side by side with someone, knowing that on dirt at any time that thing could just slide up into the guy?
Yeah, you know, I think it definitely, you have to be a lot more aware. You know, like you said, on dirt, if you get sideways, the car does things that you don't want it to do sometimes. And, you know, so these guys are definitely extremely focused right now, having to run side by side. And really, every driver's different. You know, it's a lot of fun. It makes for a good night of racing when you're side by side battling like that.
Yeah, it does. It's definitely exciting for us to watch. And you can see still Moore Senior's trying that middle lane. Down low, Chapman's got the low line. Meanwhile, Schaefer out front. And here, Canellis has got a full front row view of what's going on in front of him here. And meanwhile, behind him, he's got a little breathing room with Taylor, trying to reel him in to get that fourth place spot.
Yeah, you know, if I'm Canellis or Taylor, I'm sitting back watching this, right? You know, when you're outside looking in, or you're the guy behind the two guys that are battling really hard, you just want to be super aware that you don't get involved if anything happens. So, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if Canellis stayed where he was and just left himself enough room in case they do make a mistake.
Oh, absolutely. They're closing in on the leader. They're going to run out of the room here as the white flag comes down here. Heat Race 2 Super Dirt Car Series out of 4. It's going to be Schaefer holding them off, but is it going to be Boom Senior edges him out as Chapman holds on to third, Canellis in fourth. What a heat race it was. Should be pulling us in a heat race. Number 3, that's right, the World of Sports podcast, folks. You want to relax? Come and relax, laugh, and just have a good old time with Mike and Rod. Check those guys out. They're going to venture into the crazy, exciting, wonderful world of sports. Got a lot of guests and what's going on, current events in the World of Sports podcast. Check them out. We got Donovan Ross out front, Andy Patton there in second, Randy Shreves in third, Dan McLaren up in fourth, Mike Cranmer fifth, David Tamashi in sixth, and Lane Snook there in seventh.
Yeah, kind of the story
for a second, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. They were side by side for the majority of the race, you know. And then as they started closing in on the leader, you know, you typically talk about it on asphalt with lap cars, but you know, if you're the guys behind them and you're reeling them in really fast, you almost try to pick a different line to try to use them as a pick on the other guy. You know, if I was Chapman and I'm on the bottom and he's running the middle, I'm trying to continue and hold my line on the bottom and try and use him as a pick for Brian Moore, right? Because he was in Brian Moore's line, so.
Outstanding. Oh, yeah.
So the kind of the story to watch here, Lane Snook actually did not take a qualifying lap. So, you know, he's won the race, I think, 2 weeks ago, and then he finished, second or third last week. So we know he's fast here in the 305, so we'll have to kind of keep an eye on him throughout the heat race and see what he can do here.
Here we go. Here we're going to set top 4, go to that feature. Green flag. We got a car around Lane Snook. Wow.
Yeah, it looked like 4 of the guys got together there, including your current points leader, Randy Shreves.
So but it looks like Randy was able to Mills and see what happened real quick.
Yeah, it was in turn 1 as soon as we took the green flag.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Lane just nowhere to go, upside down. Wow. Meanwhile, that puts Andy Patton out front, Donovan Ross there in second, Tamashi there in third, Shreves up into fourth. Everybody's spread out on this one.
Yeah, you know, so it's one of those situations now where if you've got a lot of room, it looks like pretty much everybody but the top 2 are pretty spaced out. So if you got some space behind you, you might want to try some lines, you know, especially if you're in the top 4, you're not going to get any practice time in the consolation races or anything. So if you got the space, why not try and venture out and see what line your car likes and what lines it doesn't.
Oh, absolutely. And now would be the time to do it. I mean, because you see the gap between second and third right now is huge, along with fourth also. So now would be the time to kind of explore a little bit. Where's that car going to run here better?
Which I don't know where your camera's at, but if you haven't checked out Andy Patton's paint close up, that's a really good looking race car. I think.
Yeah. We did it in the Veterans Day race. That was nice.
Yeah, I think Preston did that car, and it really, really looks good.
Yeah, we got a good close-up over there. Like an Air Force style machine. Yep.
So, you know, every week I gotta pick out a car to talk about. So,
right.
So this week is Andy Patton's.
And he had a nice one. Like I say, he had it last week during that Veterans Day race. So, like you said, definitely very good, nice paint job. And I like a lot of them. And he's going to bring it home here in this heat race. Ross second, Tamashi third. Tree's going to bring it home in fourth. We'll see if this pulls us over here to the consolation or. And it does. B-Main. Chip Banger Racing B-Main, that is, folks. As out front, Stephen Bixley, Gary Taylor there in second, Mike Cranmore third, Jim Bowie And 4, John Rayner 5th, Lane Snook 6th, Brian Moore 7th, Roger Craig 8th, Dan McLaren 9th, and Nathan Aldridge rounds out. I think he's just going to do admin stuff.
And it does look like 10 people are going to make it. And with Aldridge being the admin, only 9 are going to grid. So really you're just fighting for position here. And like we always talk about, trying different lines and figuring out how you're going to make it through the pack in the feature.
Absolutely. Here we go. Gear these things up. All right, 10 laps, top 4. Actually, not top 4. Everybody's going to.
I'm sure if anybody in the race car is listening right now, their heart skipped a beat just then.
They probably did, yeah. My bad, sorry. I got to keep it excited a little bit. Yeah. Only the top 2's making it in this one, by the way, guys. So there. Fool them a little bit. They'll be like, wait a minute. Hey, the race controller said we're all making it. Hey, Joe, they're talking about 2. Who's right? Who's wrong? Next thing you know, everybody kills each other on the first lap trying to get to second.
Yeah, it might be a replay from that third heat race there.
Uh-oh.
Which is kind of the same storybook here. You know, Lane got caught up in an early wreck there, so we know he's fast. So have to keep an eye on him. You know, hopefully he can stay out of trouble here and work his way through the pack. And really, there's also some fast guys in this heat race too.
Yeah, it is.
We always talk about. I think I heard you and John talking about it last week. You know, no matter which heat race you're in now, you're going to be in for a tough race.
Green, green, green.
All right, let's gear these guys up. See what we got. Green flag. B main here. Chip Banger Racing. Out front, Stephen Bixler. Look at this. 4 wide, almost 5 wide contact there. Oh man, that was Moore Jr. But they are still 3 wide. Now you can do 3-4 wide at Hell-Door, and they're already pushing and shoving. But it looks like these guys are trying to get to the Thanksgiving table.
Which it looks like everybody's kind of settled out now. You know, now you're just trying to work over the guy in front of you and try and make a pass. You know, still a little bit of contact there in the back with, I think there's Roger back there and maybe McLaren. But these guys aren't giving each other much room. That is for sure. They're trying to work their way through the pack.
I don't know if you just saw that there, Nick, but Lane went to go on the inside, and that car just shot up and lost all kind of momentum. Contact back there too, Mike Cranmer, but he lost all kind of momentum. I mean, now he's made it back up, but man, he lost a ton of momentum and no spots. But any other time, he would have lost a lot of spots.
Yeah, if you look at where Stephen Bixler's running, so typically in that position, Lane's looking to throw a slider, but with Bixler running right above him, right above the slick, he can't slide up into the grip because Bixler's there. So you might see him try. I know he held it on the bottom. But yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to throw a slider on him, but he's just not quite close enough to be able to clear him getting in the corner, so he can't quite slide up all the way.
And you're right, he's trying that low line. What's up, Joe? Man, Icon Sim Sport Man himself and VS out there. I'm not sure who that one is, but appreciate it as always, man. It's a good race. Look at Snook. He just went from third all the way to the lead. He is trying that low line. Never mind. That's what I was talking about right there. Yep. He did that earlier. The car just kind of jumped out from under.
Yeah, it looked like that time going into one, he entered a little low because of the way the racing was on the front straightaway. So the car got a little sideways and he lost some momentum. But you can see how critical it is not to lose your momentum because, you know, he was side by side with the leader there coming across the flag, and then now he's half a straightaway to a full straightaway behind those guys. So momentum is everything in these cars.
Absolutely. You got Craig up the fourth with Rayner there. Good battle between those two guys. One's low, one's high, trying to put some slider moves on each other. And the inside, right now, Taylor up top, Bixler there in second, Snook hanging on to third as Craig's the man. Up fourth, white flag one more time coming around for B main Chip Banger Racing.
Yeah, it looks like the top three are pretty set. John Rayner and, like you said, Roger are pretty close there.
Yes, it is. Gary Taylor's going to bring this thing home. Bixler's going to come home in second. Snook's going to come back. Snook's having a little trouble tonight. Kind of unusual to see him having trouble, but that car just seems like it's just not all there. But folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Going to get a word from some of our sponsors.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Coolray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, welcome back, folks, here. And now we're about to get set to grid these guys up here tonight. It's for A&J Custom Creations Hometown Heroes. A man on top, Nick Vick out front. Mr. Homicides, he'll put it on the pole. Chris Schaefer there in second. Andy Patton up in the third. Jeff Flero fourth. Brian Moore Sr. up in the fifth. Donovan Ross in the sixth place spot. Jeffrey Parker seventh. Blake Chapman at eighth. David Tamashi at ninth. And BJ Boydell at 10th. We got 22 machines about to rumble. Let's crank this thing up here tonight. Here we go. We're bringing these cars to life. Oh, Nicholas out front. Now, Nick, what do you got to do to stay out front?
I think, being on the pole, you got to, certainly there's going to be a caution at some point, so you got to be out front, and if I'm not mistaken, pretty much all this stuff is single file, so being the leader on a restart is a huge advantage. So if you can get out front and just be out front for the cautions, I think that's going to be important.
Okay. Right. A good one. Getting set to go green flag. Now, do you stay on the bottom or you stay on the top? Which one do you prefer?
No, I'm top side or die. That's my motto. I think about changing my wing to say that, to be honest.
I hear you. Good luck out there. Here we go. Pace trucks in. A&J Custom Creations, Hometown Heroes, green flag. Let's crank it up here. Dillon Racing Motorsports out here. Oh, looks like Jim Bowie around in the back. He got into pit road, though, but it is already a 2x2 race for about that third, fourth place spot. Meanwhile, Vic has walked out. We got a car up there blinking real bad. Not quite sure who that is, but he's thinking it's Christmas time already and got one of them flashing lights happening. Meanwhile, it is 3 wide, Moore Sr. in the mix. He's down there in the middle. Down low, he's got Flero. Actually, Flero's up high. Down low would be Chapman. It looks like it's Schaefer's the one that's blinking real bad up at the top. Hopefully he's able to hang on to it. These guys got to be very, very careful and mindful of that. Oh, Moore Sr. gets a little bit shooken up. Still 3 wide in the middle. Good race up front amongst all these guys. Bixler back here trying to see what he's got. He's got a front row seat to what's going on in front of him. It's a 2x2 side-by-side affair. Who's going to put the slide job on him? Everybody's going to that high side. Remember, it's the homicide himself. High side or die. Well, 1, he don't want to die. 2, he wants to ride that thing. He's up on a wicked cushion right now. And looking strong. Patton trying to run him down, though. That's Mr. General Patton. And he has got that Air Force One machine looking strong. That jet fighter has got a huge thrusters on it, trying to run down Vic. We'll see if he's able to get it done. But then meanwhile back here, Jeff Flero's up on the 3rd place spot. Schaefer's down low. Not going to be able to get it done. Here comes Moore Sr. on him. Boom, he closes up on the back tail tank. Got a little bit of contact there between them. Chapman now in the middle. Here comes Shreves. He's up there into the party. Goes a slide move right in front of Boydell. Boydell's trying to see everything he can get. Canellis, boy, a lot of action going on around this side of town. These guys right now storming around Eldora looking strong. Who we got? Boydell down low, up top Shreves, Chapman along with them. It is definitely a dirt party. No sand castles being made right now. A lot of horsepower. Oh, Schaefer. I think Schaefer finally might, well, as he blinked there, but been blinking a lot of the race. Let's go a little further on back here, see what's going on. Got Donovan Ross, Cranmer, Rayner. They got a huge battle happening. Ross back here. Look at Cranmer. It's Mike Cranmer, by the way. Go back up here to Ross just one more time, because that's 3 machine. These 305 dirt wing sprints out here tonight. A solid run so far. Got hats off to these guys. Meanwhile, though, Vic, he is still out front just cruising. He's got his popcorn in one hand, shifter in the other, and he's driving with his foot. Man's got skill. Got to give it to him. Victory leading the way. And this will help points, by the way, here, folks. Remember, he is tied for the points, and I believe he's tied with Shreves, who is right now in 7th. So, hey, he is looking to cap off another championship here. As you got Flero now up to 3rd. He's trying to run down Patton. He's got enough time to get it done. It's 5 laps to go in this one. Our heat race number 1. Let me know who your favorite drivers are out there. Live here tonight on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Y'all can venture on over to OSR Network on Facebook. I'm not live over there tonight. No. Flaros throws it down low for a slider. He does. Slide job right on Patton. Patton says yours looks cool, mine looks better. Then a crisscrossing back over. Here we go. Oh, Falero stuffs it into the wall. Look like a turkey. Boom. Here comes Patton. This is a good duel up front. Meanwhile, Vic's loving what he's seeing in his rear view because Patton does another slide job. Pretty move. Oh, he closes back up right in front of Patton again. Patton, though, does that slide job on the inside. Then Patton crossing back over. White flag. One more time to go. There's a battle on for second place. Falero puts it in the wall. 3 and 4. He dives down low to block the inside move. Coming out of 4, it's going to be all Vic. Falero's going to hang on to second. Patton there in third. What a run these guys had here tonight for our 305 feature. Well, that just caps off the first night here of live racing. If you didn't like that, I don't know what to tell you. Go watch some golf. We ain't got none of that on the channel for you, but hey, check out ESPN. They definitely got some. Let's bring up some of these guys, get a word with them real quick. I know Patton right there. That was a good run he was having with Falero. Let me see if I can find Falero. Let's see where Falero's at. But well, we'll bring up Andy Patton up here. I'll get a word with him. Andy, join the booth. Got a copy?
Hello.
What's going on, Andy? I tell you what, you had that fighter jet moving out there tonight. How was the track feeling?
It felt great. Last couple weeks, it's felt pretty good.
No doubt. Look good.
Tonight, it just stuck right on that top line, and I could just go.
Well, Falero got that one last slide job on you. Was there anything else you could have done to get back around it?
No, I knew it was coming. He did a good job, man. I mean,
hey, threw the bombs at him, man, on that jet.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, no doubt. You come home, good run with the 305s. It was awesome, exciting out there. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish?
Just A&J. You guys for doing an awesome job that you do with the broadcasting. Roger and C2C for hosting them. Yeah, it's a lot of fun running these 305s, so I enjoy it.
Oh, absolutely. And it looks strong out there. Nice paint job, too, by the way. Appreciate your service, as always. That's Andy Patton bringing home a third place here tonight. Let's bring up second place man, though. Jeff Falero. Jeff, join the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I do, Joe.
Man, I tell you what. Wow, what a finish it was there. Did you think you were going to be able to make that pass stick with that slide job you did on Patton?
I wasn't sure on that. I was just trying to hang with everyone. I think we ran caution free, which is good to see.
Oh, absolutely. Outstanding run out there tonight. I mean, you guys were bad, fast flying. But, I mean, it was exciting for you to see. Now, normally I see you on that low line, but you were traveling up there to the top. Which lane was better for you?
The top, I guess, was better. If you're going to try to pass, you would have had to dive down under, but it was a good race. I ran this afternoon as well in the afternoon matinee. I finished second as well, so 2 seconds today.
Hey, well, I tell you what, there you go, getting that experience, getting the time in the seat, and you're looking strong here tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for a good run?
Yeah, well, I'll thank my wife for letting me put some house chores off to be able to do this, and you guys for what you do, Roger and all his crew, and Glenn Stiers at Oshwegan Speedway.
There you go. That's Jeff Falero putting it out here in second place. Well, we got the main man, Homicide, up here, Nick Vick. Nick, and he was out front, and like they just said, it went green flag to flag, so outstanding run, and you stuck to that high line and kind of what contested. How was it feeling?
Yeah, it felt really good. You know, it almost feels like you're in a 360 with how high the line got. You know, I was honestly surprised that it didn't stay closer to the middle. But yeah, I mean, you know, just like Andy said, you know, the tracks felt really good the past couple of weeks, and it's produced some really good racing. You know, a couple of weeks ago, the bottom line was faster than the top line. So, you know, it's really dynamic, and the track really changes differently week to week. So makes it challenging to run out front and stay out front. But, you know, I felt like I jinxed myself because there at the beginning I made a comment that, you know, in order to win the race, you had to be in the front when a caution come out, and lo and behold, a caution never came out. So,
hey, there you go. But you were definitely out front in that part. But hey, it looks strong as always. Put in victory lane. Good point tonight for you. Got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah. So Spartan Racing #1. You know, it's a good group of guys. Nobody was out here tonight with us, but still trying to represent for the team. And SBGC 3D printing. If anybody there has any 3D printing needs, definitely go check those guys out on Facebook. VMR Wraps, if anybody there needs a wrap, go check us out on Facebook at VMR eWraps. Beery and Machado Spa, my wife for letting me do this, and then of course you for putting on a great show every week.
Man, I tell you what, as always, you guys, man, put a good show out there. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We got 360 wing sprints coming here in a few. We'll be right back here after this.
Cool Ray has always been a leader in our industry. The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything. When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Cool-Ray lifetime parts and labor warranty at coolray.com. Cool-Ray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
right, we're back. Wing 360s. And the 305s actually brought a awesome race. As let me bring my overlay back up here. For some reason I closed it. I don't know why. I'm being a dummy. Sorry about that, folks. So Wing 360s, as we've got now the Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session going on. And we know Nick, he's going to be out there running. So while he's running, let's bring up the points real quick. Down Heroes 360. And Kyle Moonen, the man out front in this one, but Kyle here tonight. Moving out here. I don't see Kyle. Well, that's going to switch some things up. See who's in second right fast. Got Jeffrey Barker, Blake Chapman, Nick up there in fourth, TJ Boydell in fifth. So coming down to the wire here, and obviously, you know, Kyle probably could use one of his drop weeks for that and whatnot. Like Nick is done with his qualifying session out there. He's just slowing down the track. I'll hand it off to him real quick. He'll give us kind of a quick rundown on what these 360s will do around this track tonight.
Yeah, so the big thing here, you know, it's the same kind of critical areas. You don't want to hit the pit wall going into turn one, and you don't want to hit the backstretch wall. But if you look already, the track is slick right here in front of my nose. So I think what you're going to see tonight is a lot of slick racetrack. Even the bottom right here in 1 and 2 is already slick, and the 360s have a lot more power than the 305. So when you get into the corner, if you're not really careful, when you jump sideways, the car will get really out of shape really fast. So with the 360s, it takes a lot more throttle control. And I think with the 305 race being on the top, I think the 360 race will be the same. And I think you'll see a lot of top side racing.
There you go. Gives you a good insight there, some tech on what these guys are looking as we're going over here to heat race number 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, folks. That's right, 37 years of 360 wing sprint action. I got a lot of great drivers from the Northeast U.S. to Canada. Check them out at EmpireSuperSprints.com and on Facebook and Twitter. As we've got Brian Dickens out front, TJ Boydell in second, Randy Shreves in third, Jeff Flero there in fourth, Donovan Ross in fifth, John Rayner in sixth, Jeffrey Barker seventh, Gary Taylor eighth, and Roger Craig rounds out the ninth place. Remember, top 4 instantly go to the feature here tonight. So you mentioned something about, obviously, the one thing that stands out 360s over 305 is obviously the power difference. Now, with the update of the 305, what is that power difference now?
So I think it was more torque in the 360s, so I'm not 100% sure. But I do know the cars are a lot more finicky. You know, the 305s aren't as sluggish, and the 360s, they get out of shape pretty quick here. So it just feels like more torque. You know, you got to be a lot more careful there on the throttle, and if you're not, you can pay the price for it.
Okay. So what we got. Top 4 instantly go to that feature here. 9 drivers out front. Empire Super Sprints Heat Race 1 here tonight. For our 360s here. That would be the Icon Sim Sport 360s. At the World of Outlaw Podcast 305. Okay, lining them up 2x2. If that top side works on this one, pace trucks in. Bring them loud here tonight. Green flag. We're back racing. Oh, contact in the back already.
Yeah, you know, the top 2 rows are pretty much side by side, 3 wide a little bit there, a little bit of contact between Flero and Boydell.
Did you just see that? Flero, he got locked up, looks like, with Boydell. And did Flero know where to go? Wow, got wiped out. Already problems. And look who's in fourth. 747 man himself, but he's got Flaro looking out on the inside.
Yeah, we definitely got to mention him.
Yeah. Don't hit nothing. Don't want to sink the bass machine out there. Now he falls back to fifth. Oh boy, Dickens out front, but he's got heat from Shreves right behind him. Taylor kind of running by himself back there in third, so it's a good battle for the top spot right now.
Yeah, it's definitely two fast guys that are really fast in anything they get in. So should heat up here pretty quick. You know, they're running lap 5 now, and 4 to go. So time's winding down. There's a lot of space back to third. So they're gonna battle. I guess now's the time to do it, right?
Absolutely, looking strong so far. As you see right now, Shreves is right there trying to see if he can tuck up on that tail tank, get around Dickens. He looks to the inside.
Yeah, it looks like Dickens got a little loose there getting into 3 and 4. So it'll be interesting to see if Shreves shot to throw a slider here in 3 and 4. He doesn't. He holds it down. So side by side coming on 4 as well.
It is white flag one more time. I know they don't want to make contact. They run up onto a lap car there. They put Shreves right behind him, 3 and 4. Looks like Dickens is going to hang on to it coming out. Shreves comes home second. Taylor third. Flaro going to bring home that 4th place spot. Good heat race here tonight, guys. That'll swing us over here to heat race number 2. Super Dirt Car Series, your premier big block series. You're not seeing these guys from the Northeast U.S. to Canada. The Super Dirt Car Series for that ground pounding, earth shattering sound. Check those guys out of Super Dirt Car Series. Andy Patton out front here with Jamie McCarron in second. Nick Vick there in third. Lane Snook up in fourth. Brian Moore Sr. in fifth. Jeffrey Kemper there in sixth. Bob DeGood seventh. Stephen Bixler eighth. Kyle Moonen. There's Kyle Moonen. I thought he wasn't going to make it here tonight. Peace out. And ninth. What's the game plan here, Nick?
Stay out of trouble.
Okay, all right.
I haven't had very good luck here in the 360s this season, so as long as I can stay out of trouble, I think I'll be doing all right.
Right in that 3rd place spot, and I know you like that high side, so maybe what's the game plan on trying to get there? Maybe kind of clear Snook and company there?
Yeah, even if I have to fall behind Snook, I'm definitely looking to run up towards that middle and high line. Like in that last race, if I can get to the top 100%, I'll be there. So okay. It's just a matter of when you can fall in. Somebody can get a bad start, whatever. You have to just see how it plays out. But definitely looking to get to the top or the middle as fast as I can.
There we got. We'll line them up. Double file here. Pace trucks in. Green flag. You see McCarron gets a good jump on the field. Nook's right there in third. Meanwhile, Vic's been hanging on back in the fourth, but he has got Kemper running down on his back end. And the good outside. Here comes Moore Sr. They're battling behind them. Patton way up top. Snook's trying to look down on the inside. Here comes Vic. He's got the high side. Now it's a battle for 3rd and 4th between those two. He's going to cross it back over, see if he can't take that low line away from him. He puts a slide job move. Almost took 2, but he got a little bit up there in the inside of Patton. Threw him all the way back to 4th. Moore Sr. there in 5th. Kyle Moonen. I think that's what Vic is looking at. Moonen is coming and coming in a hurry. Hard charging that thing to the front. Meanwhile, Lane trying to hold strong. He is up here battling with Andy Patton. That's for second. Good slide job move on him. Never mind, Patton says, I done been in this story. This time I'm going to be the superstar. Boom, puts it back on Snook. Victor's still back here, but he's looking at his rear view, or at least looking at behind his helmet, because he's got Senior and Moonen. Good thing is those two guys back there battling each other. And the laps are winding down. Get to the white flag one more time. Oh, Moonen's around. Senior's around. Never mind. That was a homicide on the track. They got scared. That's what it was. Oh, and then almost took Kemper. So Vic's got room, white flag. All he's got to do is hang on to it. Stay out of the wall. Up to fourth. Closing in on Snook. Out of 3 and 4. It's going to be all McCarron, Patton, Snook, and Victory in the heat race number 2. Man, what a run. Bring us over here to heat race number 3 now. Heat race number 3. That's right. World of Sports. If you love the world of sports, come out, relax, laugh, and have a good time with old Mike and Rod. They dive into that crazy, exciting, wonderful world of sports. Got a lot of guests. Check them out, the World of Sports podcast. Is out front, Mike Cranmer with Joe Canellis in second, Nathan Aldridge there in third, Blake Chapman fourth, Dan McLaren up in fifth, Austin Marlatt there in sixth, Carson Nicholson seventh, Barry Goldner in eighth, and Joe Halter, thank God, man himself there in the ninth place spot. Well, Nick, got a little breather there at the end, and I think they got scared of your homicide symbol.
Yeah, I mentioned at the beginning of the heat race that I needed to get through there clean, and what do? I go out there and door somebody by mistake. So definitely want to apologize to Andy on that one. We raced each other clean in 305s and hated to get into him. I was trying to get between him and Snook and didn't quite work out like that. So, but we, all of us kept going straight and finished the way that we would have had a not slid up. So not too bad, but the track is definitely getting pretty slick. It'll be interesting to see how the line works out here for the feature.
Absolutely. All right. BS says, go 999. That's Marlatt. Okay. Awesome. What do you think the track's going to be like by the time the feature gets here?
What do I think or what do I want?
Well, either one.
They might be the same thing. The middle's getting kind of slick getting into the corner, so there at the end I was starting to enter a little higher. But I think the middle line was still a little bit faster than the top in my heat race. But I think come the feature time, I think it's going to be top side and keeping it out of the wall.
Okay. Here we go, 2x2. Pace truck's in. Green flag. Cranmer out front in this one. Nellis along with it. Our World of Sports podcast heat race here. We're at top 4. They instantly go to the feature. Aldridge hanging on the 4th, but right now Canellis won't sit, never mind, and wipe them out. Boy, that was just like boom, gone. And then McLaren gets into the wall. Actually, Aldridge gets into the wall. McLaren takes the lead.
Yeah, I thought Chapman was going to make it through it on the top side, but they, when they got together, they shot up towards the wall and caught his left rear too. So that's unfortunate. Chapman's currently 3rd in points too, so it's not the start to the night he wanted either.
Absolutely not. Battle's on here for 4th. You got Nicholson and Goldner right now battling it out. Goldner's got it. Nicholson wants it, but yeah, a huge crash over the turn. Wow. Shake up some points here, and not a lot of races left to make mistakes. We talked about that earlier on. Pretty much from this point on, you really just can't make any mistake.
No. If you've already missed a race or two or had a couple bad nights, you really don't have any nights to give up this late in the season.
Absolutely not. Right now, McLaren out front. He's getting harassed. Aldridge. Now he's going through a little bit of traffic. Aldridge hanging on that 2nd place spot. McLaren looking strong out front right now, though.
Yeah, it looks like Marlette's got a lot of pressure here from Nicholson as Nicholson slides up a little bit.
He does. That's a good battle. That's for that 4th and final transfer spot. White flag. As a lap car, we'll see if it's going to play a factor here, and it does. It takes out Nicholson. Are you kidding? Wow. Boy, I know. Now, there definitely ain't going to be no Thanksgiving cards or Christmas presents handed out there. But, boy, what a finish.
Yeah, no turkeys there.
Woo, man. All right. Yeah, I should probably bring us over in. Constellation. Be Main.
Yep.
Chip Banger Racing, Be Main. And only 12 going?
Yep, only 12, so 3 people are going home.
That's what I was thinking.
It might be 2 people going home. I'm not sure if the admin is here, or if he already disqualified himself. But either way, a couple people are going home. So if you're starting near the back of the Constellation, you definitely want to try to work your way forward, because you don't want to be anywhere near that transfer spot.
No. Like Halter's the man who is the admin.
And I gotta say it, because our man out here is on the pole, Mr. 747.
Oh, Lord.
Roger Craig.
Yeah. Hang on to it.
Which there's some there's some big guys. I think the top 3 guys in points are starting 15th, 14th, and 13th. In this one, you've got Barker, you've got Moonen, and you've got Blake Chapman.
All right. Here we go. E-Main. So what we got?
Which, Joe, as they come around here for the last pace lap, look at how slick the track is. All that dark area is slick stuff. So,
wow,
it's going to get really interesting, especially with this many cars on the track. This is the most cars we've had on here so far tonight, in the 360s at least. So.
Green flag, green flag.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It's gonna be crazy. Here we go, green flag. Let's see what this B-Main brings here. I guess that jump out front with Nichols, and look at S4 wide back here, about the mid-pack.
Full contact in the middle of the pack there.
Yeah, I see that. Boy, that puts, I think that's Canellis upside down. He's still upside down. Oh. Ball. 3 wide. Chapman trying to fire back here. He is riding that top end, though.
Yeah, you got Chapman, you got Moonen, you got Brian Moore, you got Donovan Ross, and Barker all right there in a group together.
That's names you normally don't see in B-Mains a lot anyways. I mean, they are heavy hitters on any given night, can definitely win it. Look at Chapman going to split the needle here. He goes to the inside, made it work, held on to it. Actually, that was Moonen, my bad. Chapman's right in front of him, so those 2 guys are trying to rumble to the front.
Yeah, it looks like those 2 guys are clear of the transfer. They're running 6th and 5th right now, so they're not near that transfer spot, so they can kind of relax a little bit and just try and pick up another spot or 2 here and improve their starting spot in the feature.
Mike Cranmer is the man that's hanging on to the 12th place spot. G.J. Boydell is way off the pace. He is actually going a lap down in the back. He is middle, so Les Cranmer just kind of messes up, just keeps riding. He should be able to make the show. Meanwhile, up front, it is all Chapman, and we got cars in the wall. Oh, Bixler is in the fence, stuck.
Yes, that's not where you want to be in the Constellation race.
I mean, the car's stuck, and he's going to have to tow it. That puts G.J. Boydell. Good news. Steven Bixler's in the pits in 12th place.
Yeah, all GJ's got to do is just keep running his race and not get involved in anything else, and he'll jump up.
Cranmer.
It actually looks like he already has. Boy,
GJ got 10th, Kramer 11th. Bixler right now in the pits in 12th. So he is in the show, but in the pit, and it's going to make the show. But Roger Craig's going to bring it home.
Oh man, see, I knew mentioning him it was going to give him good luck. I knew that's what it was.
No, that's what it was. Yeah. Well, I tried to steer away from the front there so we didn't mess him up and he hit the wall. If I start getting excited about it ain't going to mess him up. Good B main, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Get a word from some of our sponsors.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Coolray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, welcome back, folks. Here we go. Feature time here tonight. Let's grid these guys up as they're gridding out front right now. We got Brian Dickens bringing it on pole. Jamie McCarron there in second. Dan McLaren up in the third. Andy Patton up in the fourth. We got Nathan Aldridge sitting up in the sixth place spot. Gary Taylor, 7th. Lane Snook in 8th. Barry Goldner, 9th. And Jeff Flero up in the 10th place, folks. Let's rev these guys up, get set, and go racing. All right, these cars are about to set to rumble. Peak your time here in the 360s. Well, Nick, what do you got to do? You back in 11th.
Yeah, number one thing is stay out of trouble, and number two thing is get to the top.
All right, there you go.
I ran the top in practice, and it seems really, really fast, but you know, you're really on a knife's edge there on the top, because if you get to the wall, you lose all your momentum, and you run the risk of it catching you and flipping you. So I have to see kind of what the field does and just go where guys aren't.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes you gotta have a little luck on your side, a lot of speed, luck, and involved in racing. Here we go. Pace trucks in, green flag. The 360s wing sprints underway here tonight. Out front, you see Dickens are already 3 wide behind them. Here comes McLaren and McCarran. Always get a trip out of all that. Oh, car around the back, yellow flag. Uh-oh, Austin Marlette. What happened to him in the Malcolm Mills replay? Then the gold machine just got a little loose on him, and the next thing you know, pile drive the wall. Okay. Well, I would normally ask how the track was. That was a little quick.
Yeah, I ran the bottom in 1 and 2 and was able to make it to the top in 3 and 4. Definitely didn't want to see that caution.
All right.
But the good news is we should be single file here, so anybody that doesn't go to the top, you know, it's open reign. So.
True. Like I said, single file. Caution here tonight. Let me know who your favorite drivers are out there, folks. We're going single file. Dickens, Karen, McLaren. I always get a trip when I see those two guys nose to tail side by side. Green flag, truck in. We already see them, those top 3 or 4. It didn't take long for them to get side by side again. Meanwhile, Patton and Shreves right there along with it. Snook down low. He is just not having. Oh, and then he almost got clipped. I don't know who that was that went across his nose. Woo! Well, that was close. Snook man out here just trying to hang on. Chapman right now. Roger Craig back here hanging on into the 13th place spot. Meanwhile, Vicks, he's up on that top side, up to 7th, trying to move along. Claro's there with it in the front side of him. The Patton. Aldridge. We got battles all over this track here. Wow. Front, middle, back, side. We've got a fight at the hot dog stand. You want it? We got it. Caution. Uh-oh. Boydell. Go back on the Malcolm Hills replay. He's sideways already. Didn't get clocked. And his car fell over. He was tired on the track. Oh, you made it up to about 7th, 6th there, Nick.
Yes, especially on a restart like that at Eldora. Eldora is notorious for having cars everywhere. You know, you got guys trying to run the bottom, trying to run the middle, trying to run the top, trying to run the slider line, you know, so trying to get around guys at this racetrack, it's pretty difficult, right? You got to be extremely aware of who's around you and what line they're planning to run going into the corner so you don't make contact. I know, man, I just drew a blank.
Out to drugs, fuck kids.
Yeah, I know.
That is our public service announcement here for the night. that was. I'm sorry, I jump over that one.
No, I can't believe I forgot his name. Wow.
What was you saying?
Dang, the guy that normally comes up here, I cannot believe I forgot his name.
John?
Yes, John. I don't know how
I forget about him too, man. He ain't nobody.
You know, I've heard him talk about on other Wednesday nights. You know, there's a pretty big intersection point coming off the corners, right? Guys that are throwing the slider line come up, and the guys that are running the top come down. Oh, yeah. So you definitely want to stay clear of that intersection point. So,
and then we go back green, folks. Again, we'll have a perfect public service announcement. Don't do drugs. Perfect example. Why? No,
yeah, memory lost. Memory lost.
Green flag, back racing here, and I tell you, Dickens out front looking. Everybody instantly goes to that top side, except for Flero. He says, y'all can have it. I'm going to try down low. Nick back there battling, a little bit of contact. That's right, he just did a little bit of tire rubbing, that's all. He's got Snook back there behind him with McLaren, Patton. And, Golden around. He keeps going. They keep going. Caution, good. We're on the green still. Meanwhile, about 7th, 8th place spot. Got a good, strong battle happening here with McLaren, Aldridge, Chapman, Patton. You got some heavy hitter names right there. All these cars are slick. You can see those tail ends wiggling. 4 wide contact, ping pong ball. Chapman in the wall. He is not having the night he won't. But he's just going to chalk this one up as bad night. Caution. Oh, damn, McLaren. Somebody else. Go to Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened to him. McLaren's down low. He goes 3 wide. Oh, he got the inside wall. And then he came up the track. And I don't know who that was that came in and just got obliterated. But, wow. How you doing back there?
Yeah, got a little sketchy. Shreves and McCarron got together on the front stretch, and I pulled low and ran right to the back of, I think it was Roger. He was off the pace, and I had nowhere to go, so I pulled down to avoid the wreck and ran right to the back of him. So I apologize for that, but that was a lesser of the two evils from the cockpit as fast as things were happening. So, but yeah, I mean, running the top, you know, that's where it's at.
Absolutely. And you're doing strong up on that top side, so you think you got enough to get to the front?
I closed the gap pretty quick on the guys in front of me, but I mean, they were battling pretty good, and I definitely want to give a shout out to Flero. You know, I think I saw him when I got to the back of Roger. I tried to pull underneath him, and Flero was coming for the bottom, so I guess good job on him to be aware and to check up and not in both of our nights. But yeah, things happen really fast in the 360s compared to the 305s. That is for sure.
Yeah, it is, no doubt. Looking strong so far. It's like single file restart.
Yeah, I think they moved to single file restart for all of the sprint car stuff this season.
Oh, okay. Didn't take long. Space trucks in. Here we go. Dickens has been able to maintain out front so far. He's got Shreves right there tearing up the back end of him. Everybody's up top. There, Flero drops down low. He's been loving that low line for some reason. And he's going to keep to it. Meanwhile, he's going to try. Never mind, got up in there. Oh, Vic Snook. Snook's around. Upside down lane is. Wow. Caution. Well, that got itchy right there, and then, are you trying out your back tires?
Yeah, knocked out my toe a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, what's that going to do to the car?
I don't know. We'll see when we go green.
Okay.
Yeah, I was up there, and I think 2 guys in front of me got together and sent the top car up in front of me, and I had nowhere to go. So it's just a racing deal. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see. My wing was damaged from running in the back of Roger, so didn't really lose any speed. I didn't feel like from that. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how the toe works out.
Okay. Sometimes it can be a good thing. Sometimes it can be bad.
Yep. Hopefully it falls in my favor and it's a little easier to drive a car now. Take any advantage I can get.
All right, we get set. Green flag. Been a good one here in these Wing 360 sprints tonight. We're back here for Icon restart. We got the Icon SimSport 360s. You looking for a rig? Check out Icon SimSports. They'll definitely get you fixed up. They got some nice looking hardware out there. Get set here to go back to our Icon SimSports restart. Dickens, McLaren, Valero, Vickery, Ross, top 5. Pace truck's in. Dickens gets that good jump on the field. Karen is right there sitting in, well, he was in second. Valero dove down the inside. It's going to stay to the high side. You got Ross right there trying to move up on him. Roger Craig holding on to the 6th place spot. Good run for him tonight. He's got Rayner there in 7th. Kemper. Meanwhile, Valero falls all the way back to 4th. Battle for the lead. Here comes McCarron. He puts a slide job on Dickens. Vic is moving in, charging to the front. Dickens says, hey, you look good. He comes back on the inside, slide job. They're moving it back and forth. Well, man, right there, Valero's going to make it 3 wide. Almost a little contact. Pushing and shoving up front. Who's that just came into the picture? Donovan Ross. Oh, Vic and Valero got together, caution out. And then he got, I don't know who that was, that just came in and just said, well, Vic, you did good. But
yeah, you know, you figure you see a car stopping on the racetrack, you go a different way.
Yeah, hit the brake.
Doesn't always work out like that, I guess.
No, that one was kind of one of them, I don't know how to say on that one. Maybe he closed his eyes and hope for the best. I don't know. That was a hard lick, though. I mean, hard racing up there, too. I mean, and it looked like Valero's trying to do the inside lane, but one thing I'm noticing about these cars is that, like you said, they are awful slick.
Yeah, I mean, the top side's fast, but you gotta work around guys, and sometimes patience is a little virtue, but you know, everybody's racing hard, everybody's trying for the same real estate, so things happen and people come together.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We got a little time to get back up front here. So we got 9 to go here tonight. This one. That'll be a good one. Okay.
Green.
So we got back green. McCarron going to be able to hold off Valero. Falls back just a little bit. McCarron's still out front. He's utilizing that top lane. You got Ross right there with him. And look at Craig. He's going to come in here. Whoa. John Rayner around the back. It's going to Malcolm Mills replay. See what happens in the caution. Right there about the mid-pack. And got sideways and then boom. Kemper. Karen. Looks like Cranmer just came in hard. All right. Vic, it looks like a slick track out there.
Yeah, you gotta know how to drive it, right? You gotta be really easy on the throttle and not overdrive the surface that you got to work with. I think that's the important thing here with these cars.
And I'm seeing that a lot. Like you said, a lot of these guys out here battling with these things. They're just going sideways. All right, so what we got here. We're going to get set to go back green. Who you got on this one? Set. Back green. Well, Flaro right now, he is still going to try that low line. He's been after it all night long. As you see, Dickens is right there with him. Now Dickens is low. Flaro's up high. Who's that coming into the picture? That's Shreves. And your top 4 guys right here. And here comes Flaro. Gonna try to get up on McCarran. Battle for the lead. Laps winding down. And whoa boy, Shreves got up there and almost turned around. Dickens got hooked up on the back end of him. Well, that's close quarter racing right there. Right along here with Shreves. See what he sees as he slides that thing on the inside of Dickens. Battle for 4th and 5th. Craig up to 6th right now. He's got Barker along with him. Kemper and company back here. Meanwhile, it's a good battle for that 4th and 5th place spot. You got Dickens, Shreves. Shreves wants it. Dickens got it. Ross is coming. I mean, they are right on top of each other. Flaro up front trying to take the lead. But he's got Donovan Ross. And he is back there, so we got a 1-2-3 car race. White flag one more time, and look at Ross throw a Hail Mary slide job as McCarran at 3 and 4. Final time. Drag race out of 4. He's going to get it. Flaro second. Donovan Ross comes home in 3rd. What a finish to this one. 360 wing sprint. Can't get some of these guys up here and get a word with them. I just bring 3rd place man up here, Donovan. Donovan, Joe White in the booth, got a copy. Donovan, Joy in the booth, got a copy?
Yo!
Well, I tell you what, came home 3rd tonight. How's the car feeling?
No, that was kind of fun. Kind of a, I don't know how many cars I actually passed, but that was good. It's fun.
You tried that slide job there at the end. Did you think it was going to stick?
No, I was going to crash them. I don't know. Try it. Wasn't clear enough. I tried it earlier. I think with the 2 previous yellows, I had a pretty good run, and then the yellow come out. So I'm happy with 3rd.
Hey, I definitely got to try something. It was a wild run. Like you said, come home 3rd tonight. You got anybody you want to thank?
That Premier Door, All In Construction, Rudine, guys back here in the little old shop that we got. So, yeah, thanks for having us. It was a good time.
Well, absolutely. There's your 3rd place man, Donovan Ross, bringing it home, looking strong with Jeff Flaro tonight. 2nd place. Good run for him. Jeff, Joe Hyden Booth, got.
Yeah, sure, Joe.
I tell you, you tried getting up top there and getting around McCarran, but nothing was working. Is there anything else you could have done?
No. I was just content to go from 10th with these guys and finish 2nd. My wife always tells me things happen. Usually, if they happen twice, they happen 3 times. So 3 seconds today, but I'm content in this league with that. That was a good run for me.
Hey, definitely you're gonna get that lucky shot there and get up there and get the win before it's over with. Like you said, good night running so far. Got anybody you want to thank though for that second place run?
Hopefully the wife, you for what you do, Roger, Glenn and Kurt Stiers, Oswego Speedway. It's been great. I had a great day today.
Absolutely. There you go. Jeff Flero running it in second tonight. Well, this guy, McCarron, he was out front, but he had a lot of pressure. Jamie, you in the booth? Got a copy? Jamie, you in the booth? Got a copy? It lighten up. Try it again.
G'day, buddy. You there?
Oh, we got you now, boy. I tell you. Well, hey, Jamie, you look strong out front. Was you a little nervous from them guys behind you, though?
Yeah, I seen Jeff there running the bottom because I really like running the top, but the bottom was really faster at the end. It was good fun.
Oh, absolutely. And like you said, you was able to hold off and strong run up front there. Now, how was the track? Was it really slick to you?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. As soon as you got off the groove around the top on the cushion there, and you just only had to miss it by a wheel, and then as soon as you got a bit sideways, you really had to get off the gas. But because I had the wing so far back, it wanted to straighten the car up a bit. But if you hit it nice, it felt good.
Hey, I tell you what, you was able to put a ring at home in victory lane here tonight for the Wing 360 sprints here at Cool Race Coast to Coast Racing League. You got anybody you want to thank for the win?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting the show, and it's a great league. Finzel Motorsports, Wix Filters, Kane Infilters, Mazins Transport, and that's about it, I think. So, yeah, no, thanks, guys.
Hey, there you go. Jamie McCarron bringing it home. Victory lane for the 360 Wing Sprints. Folks, don't go anywhere. We got some UMP modifiers coming up here next.
Cool has always been a leader in our industry. The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Coolray lifetime parts and labor warranty at Coolray.com. Coolray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
All right, folks, now we're back here. Now we got the UMP mods out here. Guys are gearing up here with the Pit Stop Podcast qualifying session. Let's watch some of these guys roar around this place, see what we got. Funny looking machines, especially after we got done watching a lot of the wing sprint. Who's gonna be? GJ Bordell. He's in a car I like, Tito.
Joe, I am good when you're ready.
All right, let's hand it off here real quick to Nick. He's going to show us a little bit of maybe what to expect in some of these UMP mods here tonight.
So Coast to Coast doesn't have a lot of experience, or we don't run this car very often. So these cars, they're different than really any other car that we run in the league. You know, I don't know if you're in the cockpit view or what view you're looking from, but when you're sitting in the cockpit in these cars, they almost look like they're leaning on the right side all the time. So it's a different perspective than what you would typically see. But really at Eldora, the classic things that'll get you is this pit entrance or pit exit wall right there, and then that backstretch that juts out. But as far as racing lines, I think you'll see guys running up near the top trying to keep that momentum up. And then with these cars, it's really, really big to keep the car as straight as possible. You don't want the car jacked sideways because you're losing your momentum like that. But with these guys, they're kind of a mixture between big block modifieds and late models, right? They enter the corner like a late model, but you want to keep them straight like a big block. So should make for some really good racing, especially without the.
How much power do these things have?
I think they're less than the Pro Late models.
Okay. Well, that brings us over to Heat Race 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. 37 years of 360 wing sprint action. And check them out on EmpireSuperSprints.com and on Facebook and Twitter, as we got Jeff Flero out front, Mike Cranmer there in second, Joe Alter third, Brandon Templeton fourth, Roger Craig fifth, Nick's going to be up there in sixth, and Jeffrey Kemper the seventh place. Top four instantly go to the feature. Yeah, I was watching that inside view there when he was running, and looked like they're crooked.
Yeah, it's a really awkward thing, you know. In the Pro Lates, the car leans when you get in the corner, but in these things, it almost looks like it's leaning the whole time. Even I don't know if you want to go to like a chase camera on me or go to cockpit or something, but the cars in front of me, you can see how jacked sideways they are.
Oh yeah. Crazy. Got here and start singing the song, lean with it, rock with it.
Yeah, that's what it feels like in here. You almost feel like you're getting ready to roll over entering the corner.
And they do lean really, really hard when you go into the turns. I noticed that.
Yep.
It can look like a boat. That's what we'll say. Going like a boat.
I know, missing John Hine tonight.
I know. His cruise shop out here. Yeah. Base trucks in. Green flag. Race 1, Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprint. And boy, Templeton wastes no time sneaking through the middle there. Joe Halter, icon man himself, looking strong. He's down low. Templeton's there up high on him. Valero's out front. Greg and Vic, those two guys, man, are going to go at it for the fourth final transfer spot. Vic's got it. Greg has to let off of it. Meanwhile, out front, got Flero. Battle's on for second. Alter, Templeton. Well, they close that gap in on the leader. Some close quarter racing so far. A little bit of contact. Probably get away with that with these cars. Not quite open wheel now. I mean, those front end tires are a little open, but you still got those sidewalls. You see Templeton up there smacking the wall a little bit. Vic up there in the top side cushion with them. Meanwhile, it looks like Joe's kind of been one lane down, trying to keep it off of that wall here. Good solid run for the top 3 or 4. It's going to sling it down on the low line. Can't take third, and Boy Halter is going to get up on the wall and just can't get it off of it. Boom! Gets up there again. He's back there in that 4th and final transfer spot. He keeps doing that. He's going to have Craig on his back bumper. Templeton right now is trying to see if he can get up here and take away Flaro's top spot. Vic's right there in 3rd. Roger's still hanging on to the 5th place. Kemper out of this one. Joe Halter, Icon man, hanging on to that spot right now. White flag one more time. Flaro out front. Templeton in 2nd. Vic in 3rd. Halter in 4th. Oh, Temple's going to try it. 3 and 4. Slide job. I think he just went too far. Got in the wall. Bam. And Nick's going to come around. Oh, just couldn't get there in time, but it was a close race to the end. What a good heat race 1, folks. That'll put us into heat race number 2. Super Dirt Car Series, your premier big block series. Looking for the guys, man, from Northeast and whatnot. Check out the ground pounding, earth shattering, big block action on the dirt car. See, on the Super Dirt Car Series. We got Kurt Shatner out front. Carson Nicholson there in 2nd. Brennan Lacey there in 3rd. Brian Dickens 4th. Barry Goldner 5th. And T.J. Boydell is a 6th place spot. How's the car out there?
Different. You almost have to relearn the perimeters of the car, right? Because when you enter so close to the wall, you got to remember how long this car is. And I found myself hitting the wall a couple times when I didn't expect to, and that's kind of how you get yourself in trouble.
I know a lot of guys were hitting the back end on the wall some too there.
Yep, these cars they're just shaped really funny, right? So you got to figure out where the length of the car is and try to keep it off the wall.
Okay, go. It's gonna be a good one.
Which I can't stress this enough, pretty much everybody in this race, unless they race at elsewhere in the officials or at other hosted races, we don't have a lot of seat time in these cars, So any racing you're seeing tonight, I think we may have ran these cars one other time this season. And you're talking about, I think we're in week 9 or week 10. So you're talking about a while for guys that don't run it outside of the league.
And I don't know how popular on iRacing these cars are either. I mean, obviously you see a multitude of late models and contact right there around 3rd of late models and obviously sprints and so forth out there. So again, not really 100% familiar on the UMPs myself. But the reason they're doing this test here, Nick, is maybe I guess some of the drivers want to run this car, or they're seeing if guys want to run it or whatnot. What's your feeling on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun car to drive, right? It's another full body car that typically doesn't get a whole lot of exposure, right? Ever since the big blocks come out, these cars have kind of just been put to the side. Really everywhere you look, like you said, there's not a whole lot of hosted races even with these cars. So,
wouldn't in a nutshell, this kind of be like a big block as we still battle for the lead?
It's a little bit in between. It's a good mixture between like a late model and a big block. They've got a similar tire model to the big block, so you got to be really careful on the throttle. But they kind of drive like a late model.
Okay. And maybe that's where the differences lies. Why it's not as I don't know, mainstream, let's say, lack of a better word, than any of the other ones. You see a battle here for second. You see that's Dickens and Lacey. Dickens tearing up that low line, trying to put a slider on it. Now, out of the ones that you mentioned, as opposed to this car, which of those ones do you think are easier, funner, better to drive, in your opinion?
So I think the 358s, the small blocks, I think they're probably the easiest to drive. After that would probably be Pro late models, and then after that would probably be big blocks, and then these cars. You know, these cars are fun to drive, but they're not easy to drive. Right? Really everything about them is awkward. You know, we were just talking about the size. You know, they're super long cars. They're jacked sideways, sitting in the cockpit, and but I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, leader in the wall out of turn 3 and 4, final lap.
Yeah, see if he gets the drive off. He does not.
No, Nicholson. Yeah, he's hung out there, but boy, Dickens was there. What a good heat race.
Yeah, if you look at the split, it's actually a 0-0-0 split.
Yeah. Wow. B-Main, Chip Hanger Racing B-Main here tonight. We got Craig out front, Boydell there in second, Mike Cranmer third, Barry Golden in fourth, Jeffrey Kemper there in the fifth place. Everybody should make it here too, folks. So kind of a test session here for these guys.
Yeah, we might have to give them a heart attack like we did and say only one of them goes.
Right. Only one goes, by the way.
Yeah.
Change the rules. They're only going to take 5 to the feature. Okay?
Yeah. Only taking the pace car.
Right. There you go. What was it? We had 4 and 4. We're only taking 9 to the feature. The rest of y'all got to go home. They'll be like, wait a minute.
Hey, wait a minute. Something's not set up right here.
Yeah. Who set this server up? But you know what? I've always said it. That's kind of math you got in dirt. They got that common core math. You never know which way it's going to be coming at you.
Yep. I will say I'm not looking forward to that when my children get at that age.
Well, I got a 15-year-old. Believe me, I can't do it. My wife's a math wizard, and she does it. I'm over there scratching my head sometimes going, what?
Yeah, how does 2 + 2 = 5? That don't make no sense there.
Or the way they come up with their 2 + 2 and 4. Well, you got to take the equation over here and go down here and take it to the left side and all. I'm going, well, whatever happened to just 2 + 2, man?
Yep.
You know
Count it on your fingers.
Yeah, there we go. Green flag flies. Craig out front as Boydell. And you talk about paint jobs. I like his paint job. It's Cheeto.
Yeah, I think it's Cheetos and Mountain Dew. I think, right? It's a combo of the two.
And
Mountain Dew on the quarter.
If I can. Yep, Mountain Dew and Cheetos. Boy, that's
it's a breakfast of champions there.
We ain't lying. I love the Cheetos now. I don't drink too much Mountain Dew anymore, but used to when I was younger. Probably attest to some of the problems I have now. There you go.
Which, you know, we can't let the time pass without also mentioning that Roger started this race on the pole too.
He did.
Pole 747.
Looking strong right now, out there hanging on. So, hopefully he can keep that car straight. Right now he looks pretty straight because he's actually running a different line than most of those guys. Not really running up there on that cushion, but he's kind of running there in one groove down.
Yep. You know, the good thing about that line is right now it's not slick on the track, so it's still plenty of grip right there, and it keeps you away from that wall. Because as we've seen a couple of times with different...
Look at that paint job. It reminds me of, when you see it go by, it reminds me of like a 57 Chevy style paint job.
Yep, like a Bel Air.
Like a Bel Air.
Yep.
Yeah, folks, I'm old. I know. But it does look like it. At first I thought maybe Starsky and Hutch, he could have made that white go up there on the side, but then I went, nah, it look like a Bel Air on the side. He traded in the big jumbo jet for an old-timer car.
Well, it's getting the job done now, so...
Ain't lying.
As long as he can keep it straight, I think he's got a pretty good chance of winning this one.
I'm going to say he's running what you call the safe line right now.
Yep, I agree with that.
That's probably a safer line to run. If it's fast, do it. Why not? And obviously, it's doing what it needs to do because see Boydell running a lower line. And Goldner, a little bit higher on the top there. He's pushing up out to that cushion a little bit. And you see right there's risk versus reward on that line. So he just tapped the wall. So I'm going to say that probably that's kind of a safer line that Craig's doing.
Yeah, I mean, you saw there at the end, as you were talking about Goldner, if you get up into that wall and it catches you, it's just hard to get off.
Right.
You know, and you could lose 2 or 3 spots if guys are right there on you. So.
And another thing, though, you talk about losing the spots, though, but the one thing I have seen with these cars, even though they get up into that wall like it is, kind of white flag, Craig's going to bring it around, even though they get in that wall like that, you're able to maintain your momentum. A lot of cars, you just get stuck and you're done. So
yeah, and it slows you down and lets you go.
Yeah. Out of 4, Craig's going to bring it home here for the B-Main. Be Boydell there in second. Folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. I'm going to get a word from some of our sponsors.
People want to have a one-stop shop. They need us for now all these different services, not just the heating and air side.
When things are going wrong, you want the company that's going to be able to get things done as fast as possible for you.
Today we're going to be in over 600 homes. What the customers can count on is we're going to send a competent person to your home with a vehicle that's stocked and prepared. We're going to do what's right.
Right now, we're waiving our $79 service fee with any Coolray, Brightbox, or Mr. Plumber service.
All right, folks, you ready to get set? You ready these guys up? Feature time here tonight. UMP Modifieds. These guys are getting in their machines. Let's grid them up here tonight. Got a man on pole, Jeff Flero out front. Carson Nicholson there in second. Brandon Templeton third. Brian Dickens fourth. Nicholas Victor there in fifth. We got Brendan Lacey in sixth. Joe Alter seventh. Kurt Shatner in eighth. Roger Craig ninth. TJ Boydell in 10th. Barry Goldner 11th. Mike Cranmer 12th. Jeffrey Kemper rounds out the 13th spot. Folks, let's get ready and rev these guys up for some racing.
She got
All right, as we're getting set, guys are coming off the start line here. Set to go green flag. You're about in that 5th place spot there, Vic. What's the game plan to get to the front?
Try to get to the top side. Feel like a broken record.
Well, even with that top side, I mean, is it a safe way to go with this car?
I wouldn't call it safe, but I would definitely say it's going to be fast.
Okay.
But based on my qualifying time, I'm probably not a very good judge of being fast in these cars. So we'll see. We'll see. Have to see where everybody goes and kind of who pulls away from who.
Okay. It's set here. Go green.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag flies. We're racing. UNP style. Valero out front. You already got a 3-wide battle behind them. A couple cars up into the wall. Round about Joe Halter and company there. Quite sure who that is up on the wall. Maybe Kurt Shatner or Nicholson. Oh, Halter's around. He's able to get it going straight though. Good job on his end. Problem is he got in trouble. You can see that. Meanwhile, it's all Valero out front. Pick up the 3rd. Templeton there in 2nd. Yellow flag out. Jets. Got in the wall. Wow. And how'd that bring it across? There we go with that iRacing, being crazy again. Well, he went into the pit.
Yeah, it could have been he didn't meet the minimum speed or something going into the pits.
Didn't meet the minimum speed.
Obviously, I can't see what happened, but if he made it to the pit,
it was crazy because he made it in the pit lane, not all the way in pit lane, but he made it into the pit, stopped, and I don't know, crazy. I don't know. iRacing here lately with a caution. Ugh, it's been crazy. Set to go double up.
Green, green, green.
Go, pace trucks in. Go back here to the Dillon Racing. Restart. Let's crank it up a minute. How's your Icon Sim Sports restart? Templeton out front. Victory right there in 2nd. Dickens hanging on the 3rd. Everybody top side feeding it. Lacey in 4th. Valero back in 5th. Barry Goldner, a little bit of a cushion between him and Valero. Back into 6th place spot with Halter hanging on the 7th. Got Mike Cranmer there at 8th. Carson Nicholson, who is going to drive it into pit road. Stop. He's good. Not sure what happened to him there, but Roger, lap down. He's hanging on tonight. Vic's trying to close in here on Templeton. Everybody's up on that top side, running that cushion. Strong so far. Closed in a little bit there on Templeton. Say if Templeton gets up there and makes a mistake, here comes Vic. Well, I know Templeton's looking at back end going, uh-oh. Slide job. Is he going to work? Templeton says, nope, come back up underneath you. He puts his own slide job on him. Here comes Vic back to the inside. Side by side. Templeton back at him. Good racing going on up front here. They got a huge lead over Lacey. They can sit up here and play slider all night long. Well, Templeton drove that thing into the turn. Vic's going to the middle.
The yellow flag is out.
Got Templeton right there looking on his inside. Caution out, Barry Goldner. All right, let's go to Malcolm Mills replay, see what happened to Goldner. Well, that's kind of unusual. The thing went sideways and then just went straight in the wall. Tore it apart. Vic is up there, man, doing some slide jobs with Templeton. Look good.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. You know, we were racing each other with plenty of room, and it's just some good, clean racing.
Absolutely. Like that. Nice. We'll see what we got. You think you can make it around Templeton and stay there?
I don't know, you know, there when that caution come out, I had gotten to his top side. I think we still would have probably exchanged sliders for a good portion of the race, but I don't know, he's running the kind of that middle line, kind of a high slider line, and I'm running just the top. So,
are you learning anything, I mean, from what he's doing?
I mean, I'm kind of finding my line. You know, I was beginning part of the race, I wasn't entering the way I needed to enter, and then I figured it out. And that's when I kind of started reeling it back in, but if I can keep my line, it should be a good race.
Okay, we'll double it up. Templeton low. Pick up top. Green flag. Back racing. Shot right here. Oh, Carpenter wall a little bit. Oh, Kyle. Oh, we can call Nick Superstar. Okay, I got it. All right. After he gets done killing everybody with a homicide. I like calling him Captain Homicide out front. He's out front right now, killing the field. Templeton falls back to second. Dickens up to third. Lacey now at fourth, so everybody's kind of closed in a little bit. Flaro there in the fifth place spot. Everybody knows the tail right now. Oh, Joe Halter around. On the Malcolm Mills replay. See, oh, he caught the wall. And that thing. I don't get it.
Was that caution brought out by the guy going in the pits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. He even called that he was going in the pits, and I saw him enter.
And he entered in fast. I don't get how the caution flies. I mean, folks, I don't. Look, iRacing, I mean, the flag man must be in the restroom and then all of a sudden run back real quick and throw the caution flag when he sees something. I don't. Hey, you got the lead, by the way.
I did. Now it's just a matter of keeping it.
Hey, I think you got it.
I don't know. I think the top might go away here late race. We're only 16 laps in, and it's getting pretty slick up there.
You got it. I got faith. Kyle does out there. He says you're a superstar.
Yeah, you got to tell him or I guess he can hear me, but somebody had to pick up where he left off.
He said you can drive anything. That ain't what he told me, Kyle. Now, off the air, he says, man, forget it. I can't drive anything. But then again, maybe
look, I
he should
qualified
say,
almost last. So.
Right, he should say that more often because look where he's at. He's out up front. He can play poker real good.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, back racing. Oh, 3 wide for second, though. That's Jack. Look out front. Look out front. Big blanket. Oh. We'll lose connection. Templeton hanging on right there into the. It's a good battle for second, third, and fourth right now. They are 3 wide. And Vic's still out there blinking up a cool breeze. Looks like one of them light bulbs out on a Christmas tree. Meanwhile, you got Templeton hanging on. Now they're single file. Lacey up to third. Laro falls back a little further back and forth. He's got Dickens moving in on his back door. Goldner hanging on to 6th. Mike Cranmer there in 7th. Craig hanging on to the 8th place spot. Good battle here. Templeton's going to try it. Says, all right, Vic. Taking a lead from you. Slide job up underneath. Vic says, well, I'm going to do my best Houdini. He blinks, goes invisible. Next thing you know, boom, he's in the lead. Got a ghost car out there, folks. Templeton back down on his inside. Some good slider moves happening. 9 to go in this. Who's going to win it? Oh, Templeton in the wall a little bit. That opens the door for Lacey. Lacey's going to take second. Templeton still takes it back, though. Lacey falls back to third. So that's what Vic wants to see. He wants to see them guys get back there, start throwing sliders on each other. That'll break up them having to chase him down. They've got a huge, about a 3-second lead over Dickens. Lacey and Templeton does. They can sit back there and play just a little bit. Meanwhile, Vic's got about almost a second lead over Templeton. Wow. Vic's out here killing the field. Oh, geez, Captain Homicide. Somebody better call an ambulance and get on 911. Because these racers out here aren't feeling too good. Not when Vic gets done with them. See, Lacey puts a slide job on Templeton. Templeton says, not today. Comes back underneath him. Pulls his own slide job. Boom. Gets up there, puts a little bit of that rear end into the wall. Just backed it up. Here comes Lacey back to the inside. These guys are doing what we call the round-around do-si-do. On dirt. Lacey, Templeton. Meanwhile, Vic out front. Loving what he's seeing in his rear view. Caution out. That's not what he wanted to see on the track. Joe Halter. Joe having the halter here. The Malcolm Mills replay. How the turn? Did he just lose it? Yeah, he went left, went right into the wall. That probably should do his night. All right, you're looking strong out there, Vic. How's it called?
Yeah, I didn't want to see that caution.
I didn't think so. You had a good lead.
Yeah.
They weren't going to catch you.
Yeah, I was on coast mode trying to stay out of the wall, but yeah, I mean, it could get interesting. I saw those guys battling pretty hard back there, so you know, now that we're all bunched back up, that kind of opens the door for sliders on me. So should be a interesting little shootout here. If they don't put sliders
on each other.
Yeah. If I can create a big enough gap on the start, maybe maybe Lacey will throw a slider on Templeton and allow me to kind of sneak away a little bit, you know, like a
It'll be
fox.
single file, so that's going to help.
Yeah.
How was the car up there feeling?
Feels good. It feels good. It does not feel good when you make contact with the right rear on the wall. That happened a couple times, and my inexperience in these cars, you know, I lift because I don't want it to keep pushing up into the wall and end up pulling my nose in. But
well, maybe
it
that's
feels
the
good.
key is lift just a little bit.
Yeah, but you know, race car drivers don't like to lift. We like to go fast.
You're already killing the field. I mean, how much faster do you want to go?
I want all it'll give me.
Oh, man. Vic already giving guys heart attacks out here on the field. He's wanting to just go out here and give the whole grandstand one. Wow. Lights off on the pace truck. Here we go. Could be like a green-white checkered here on dirt. Pace truck's in, and Nick says, waste no time getting on the loud pedal. That's what he wants to see. Lacey goes on the inside there. Templeton instantly with slide job. And here comes Templeton back to the inside. This is what he definitely wants to see. These two guys get back here, put sliders on each other. And he'll just walk away into the sunset. White flag one more time. Don't matter what happens. All Vic out front. Battles on for second. Lacey's got it. Templeton wants it. Is he going to be able to close in on the final turns? Vic's going to come out and win it. Lacey's going to come home in second. And Templeton's going to hang on to third. What a run here tonight at UMP. And these guys up here and get a word with them. Have to wait till some of them gets over. Well, meanwhile, we might as well talk to our winner, Nick. Go ahead and booth guy copy.
Yeah, I think I might have you.
And I tell you, you know, you got the start you wanted, but you also got another thing you wanted. Those two guys got back there putting sliders and battling with each other. But you know, coming in here, you said you really wasn't 100% familiar with these cars and wasn't 100% comfortable with them. But how'd you feel as the night went on?
Yeah, I really just had to rely on my knowledge of Eldora, right? You know, Eldora is probably the track that I race at the most. And, you know, I was really excited when they mentioned they were going to bring it to Hometown Heroes this year. And, yeah, I mean, in the big body cars, typically the top is a fast line in Eldora, and it paid off tonight. So.
Oh, definitely it did. I mean, it was unique, and you was able to stay out front. You got anybody you want to thank for an awesome win, though?
Yep, Spartan as always, you know, trying to represent. I know Kyle jumped up in the chat, so, you know, good to hear those guys are watching and checking it out. After that is SPGC 3D Printing. If anybody out there has any 3D printing needs, definitely go check out Mr. Tom Taylor at SPGC 3D Printing. VMR Wraps, if anybody out there needs a wrap, come check us out on Facebook at VMR E-Wraps. Then, of course, Mirror Image Auto Spa, my wife for letting me do this, and then you for calling the shots all night.
Well, there you go. That's your winner tonight, Nick Vic. Let's bring up third place man, Brandon Templeton. Brandon, Joy the Boots, got a copy?
I got you, Joe.
Well, I tell you what, you was able to bring it home in third, but man, what a run you was having with Lacey up there. Those sliders. Is there anything else you could have done to maybe get by Lacey and then maybe run down Vic?
I don't think so. It was probably going to have to take a real timely slider to make it stick. I think Vic was pretty good up top there, and I was missing it just every now and then and getting into the wall, and just wasn't quite 100%, but they were definitely a little faster.
Hey, well, it looked smooth. You look good out there. What do you feel about these UMP cars?
I love them, man. I think they're a blast. It's, you know, fun driving on a slick track there where it's a lot of throttle control and you can get beside guys and make some moves. I don't know if we'll have the car count to be able to support it, but it's fun every now and then.
Hey, no doubt about it. You was able to bring it home third place tonight. You got anybody you want to thank for a good run?
Yeah, I got to thank Icon Sim Sports. They're building the best rigs out there. Check out the website, iconsimsports.com. They build something totally custom for your needs. Kale at Big C's Lawn Care, Extreme Images by Ashley, Maley's Makery, my wife and kids for letting me do this, Coast to Coast Racing League, everybody behind the scenes and everything, and thank you for doing the stream.
Well, I tell you what, there you go. Third place man, Brandon Templeton, bringing it home for the Icon Machine. Let's see what this guy here, Brandon Lacey, though, who was able to slide his way up into second. Lacey, join the booth, got a copy?
I got a copy.
Man, I tell you what, you was having a field day back there with Templeton, but was there anything you could have done to run down Vic?
Oh, no, definitely not at this, this type of track. A big wide open track like this, especially on a fence, if you move any kind of out of the top groove here, you're going to lose enough momentum, and that's exactly what happened. But, he ran a hell of a clean race there and got out there where you couldn't touch him. That's what you got to do at a track like this, keep the momentum, and, it was fun there for seconds, all I could say.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you and Templeton, man, slide jobs back and forth, and it looked good. Now, how do you feel about these UMP cars?
This is one of my favorite cars to run. I run these things, not UMP style, but USRA style in person. I've got some experience in these things at real life tracks. So, one of my favorites to run, and the way they handle is just, to me, second to none, which I think helps me also here in the sim. But, some guys, it can be difficult to learn just because of how, touchy they are, especially through corners. But definitely one of my favorite cars.
Well, like you just said, bringing it home here tonight, second place. You got anybody you want to thank for a good finish here?
Yeah, I just want to thank the guys at Vanderbilt, Jesse, Brandon, Fitzy, Goldner, Moonin, Lane, all the boys that make this thing happen, and I don't know if it refreshed on the broadcast or not, but I think I was running Goldner's paint that I painted for him today. So I don't know if he got some publicity instead of me out there for that, but hopefully brought him some luck.
Well, it's got you in a Vanderbilt white and blue machine with a Wagman Brothers on the side.
Yeah, that's Goldner's paint I painted for him this morning so he could run in that, that dirt car deal they're doing. So he was out there running in it, but I guess my trading pass in updating time.
Hey, that's all right. Still look smooth, look good. Again, congratulations on that second place there, Lacey.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
There we go. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed it tonight for our hometown heroes here, the A&J Custom Creation Hometown Heroes. For the Cool Rays Coast to Coast Racing League, for myself and everyone, have a good night.